Okay, maybe we can start, Mr. Thian. So I have just launched or relaunched a blog site, and I thought of telling stories about our National Scout organizations, no?
Sure.
In the Asia Pacific region. So alphabetically, Afghanistan came up, and since I have not been there, I have very few stories about Afghanistan. So I thought of inviting you and tell us about Afghanistan. So because Mr. Tian here has been to Afghanistan several times. How many times have you been to Afghanistan, Mr. Tian?
I have been to Afghanistan since 2004 to 2014, altogether 8 times. 8 times been to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 8 times. Yeah. So almost you know the place. And this was the time when the peacekeeping force came to Kabul. So that was around the same time. Okay. So in that eight times, Mr. Tien, can you tell us uh, what is the most memorable or the most touching experience you have in Afghanistan? The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. I thank you. I saluted to you first. Okay, so having this interview. Of course, our Afghanistan is a favorite NSO that I'm working with since I came to office in 2004. I was in the office May. So July I was sent to Kabul already. You guys can think of that is very memorable to me on that particular course. On that was the first course for me to conduct. So it's a baptism of fire. So I would say that the first course, 2004, is the most memorable to me. Of course, every trip is something new, but that memorable trip for me, 2004, it's because of a few reasons. Uh, First time, for us to go into the scouting in Afghanistan proper with the help of the Ministry of Education. Two, during that time you have the UN forces still in place, and every time that they're going in, there are always resistance from the government and from the other side of the party in the so-called Taliban. But what is memorable to me during that time is having the course in Kabul city. And when scouting just started, um, people say, what is scouting? What is this? What are they doing here? And when we conduct the first course by the Ministry of Education is where the course is in the school next to the palace of the president. So we have the course going on. And of course, we say, should we have a campfire? They say, why not? And one of the leaders say, yes, 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 because he told us that, when he was young, he was a scout, 50 years then. Okay, then we have a campfire. What happened is we have a very good campfire of 1 hour and a half, but towards the end of the campfire, the army, about 10 of them, rushed in and shouting. And they say, what's going on? Why there's a fire next to the president's or palace? So we have been gathered and everybody put their hands up, you know. So, that's our situation. So, and we have a coordinator to explain to them, yes, this is for scouting, this invite the ministers of education, or things like that. So that really very memorable to me. And not only that, some of the old scouters was crying, after the campfire, because they said that
Mm.
after so many years, 50 years, then this is scouting life. They come back again. The story is go on, and later on, after talking to the officer from the army, we invited them 2 nights after that, because we are going to have the final night of the course, and we are decided that to have another campfire. So we invited this group of presidential guard to come in, and they are so happy was watching us, and they say, "Oh, this is good, this is fun. Oh, I appreciate. Yeah, I would like let my children to join scouting, because this is scouting is for the children, for community." There is something that I can remember very well until today. That's why some of the scouts participants during that time still stay until today, like the chairman of the so-called volunteer society, Hussein, is still there, because he experienced the scoutings, the connectivity that we have for the scouting the young people in Afghanistan from the Wasam side. So this is the most memorable to me in 2004. That's why I can remember very, very clearly in that.
Yeah.
Of course, there are many other incidents also as well. So,
Yes, I'm very sure.
yes,
Yes, I'm very sure.
when we have conducting the course, when you hear daytime, there's a boom, the cannon firing.
Yeah.
So I said, what is going on with that? And they say, oh, this is, they're doing the mining. And then at night when we sleep, we, we hear some gun firing, and we ask again, what is going on with that? And they say, oh, this is just chasing the thieves away, you know. So they are trying to pacifying us, don't worry, things like that. Of course, it is a challenge, but we always feel that we have to be alert.
That
Okay?
yeah, Mr. Tian, that's that first campfire. What is the composition of people? Are they all old people there? Are the leaders very old? Um, because I think this is the same situation in Cambodia when we went there. You remember that the leaders of old, when the scouting was suspended, was the same leaders that really initiated the start of scouting in Afghanistan. So, um, where were there young people during the first campfire?
Yes, in fact, the campfire is part of the basic unit leader training course. And the participant is very young, in fact. During that time, we are 15, 16, which they are underage, but they declare they are above. We know about that, but we still intact of them. Whereas the other group is old. They are about 50 years old or 50, 60 years old, some of them. So they have some experience already. And why if those young ones, because they are students, to get it in. So it's really that it's good to have then the young people who will be the leaders of tomorrow, and the old one who will run the association or the organization to support the scouting. So I can see them until today. The old one, they're still remaining, some of them, even though they are about 70 years old now. And the young one who is like Tamin, like Shapo, and like this Jawab also. They are still inside after how many years? 2004 or 16 years ago. They still remain in scouting. That is the beauty of scouting.
Yeah, yeah. I have met quite a few of them in international events. So yeah, and they're really good gentlemen. This group of people. Um, yeah.
Because
So
I read it, yeah.
yeah,
I,
sure, sure.
allow me to continue is because of the discipline that I always in that the discipline and the commitment you have it in scouting. The values of scouting of that. So if you can start from the young people of that, when they become the leaders, they'll continue. So they become the model for the youngster. This is what you have anticipated see them in the war jamboree, and then in the youth forum. Some of them that how they behave. It's really that we should encourage and then support the Afghan scouting today.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree that these young people, both male and female, when they attend the jamborees, international jamborees, they are very well disciplined, and they have a lot of heart. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. With this, Mr. Tien, you have a lot of friends there. Can you tell us a little bit more about how scouting? How does the scouting look like in Afghanistan, or how did it
Well,
started? Yeah.
yes, I can only talk about scouting between 2004 and 2014, the 10 years period of time. And I'm very sure that the scouting today is still continue and it's much that being the Afghan National Scout Organization is now a member organization of WOSM starting from this year. The scouting is, I've said, very much alive, and now today is very much accepted by the community. So in fact, scouting was well established in before the 60s, 70s, things like that. But at the same time, is the scoutings have been going on with the help of PASA. I would mentioning here, particularly this PASA, who is uh, I would say that is a community-based organization who helped to establish scouting in Afghanistan. And with this lady by the name of Mori Mustasan. I give us again being a guide, from the 60s that she was there and she was the one who really supporting, and she has a department in her PASA to have a scout program on that. So scouting, you can see that today is very much attached to the community, and you can see that from this COVID-19 activities, you can see from the website of Afghan Scouting, and then you can see that on the MOP, Messenger of Peace, because peace is the only way then can sit down on the table whereby people life on carry on. So you can see that it is the only thing that if we can support scouting continuing our mission with the help of the other partners or other organizations. I am very sure, the scouting in Afghanistan will be flourished in no time. And from my experience, Afghan people are warm people. Afghan people is just like you and me. At the same time, these are the values that we have to instill and carry on.
Yeah, I really agree to that. I have, as I said, I have met a few of them during our events, and they have a lot of heart. When you talk to them, very happy. Yes, very happy. Um, yeah, yeah, and yes, Parsa has a lot of participation in establishing scouting in Afghanistan. So yeah, we have a lot of collaboration with them through the years, the Parsa. So I will not keep you long, Mr. Tien. Thank you for this interview. But before you go, so I would like this game is called This and That. So I'll ask you some questions, this and that, and you only answer one without explaining.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, maybe 20 questions. Okay?
Oh, 20 questions,
Yeah,
five
yeah, yeah.
marks each.
Yes, yes. So, okay, so let's start. Dog or cat?
Cat.
Netflix or YouTube?
Sorry, repeat. I can't hear properly.
Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Phone call or text?
On call.
Um, Toast or eggs?
Toast.
Cardio or weights?
Casual.
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Ice cream cone or snow cone?
Ice cream.
Um, while walking, do you listen to music or podcast?
Nothing.
You need to choose one, Mr. Tian.
Broadcast.
Yeah, podcast. Okay. Uh, Form or function?
Function.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Swimming or sunbathing?
Swimming.
Big party or small gathering?
Small gathering.
Small gathering. Okay. So that ends our small interview with Mr. Tian. I will write about him and write about Afghanistan, and I will publish it in a blog post on Sunday. So I'm very grateful, Mr. Tian, for taking some time. I will interview more people. So those who wants, if you want somebody, if you want to see him or her in this Facebook page or in this Zoom, just leave a comment. We will try to interview him or her. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Tian. Thank you all for listening.
It's a new
Yeah.
way of greeting. And thank
Yes.
you very much for giving me the opportunity. And I'm now the dog. You are the cat.
No, tiger, tiger,
Thank you.
tiger.
Thank you. Salute to you, brother. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye bye.